Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another exciting Virginia Super Soccer League matchup. We'll have the pregame walkout and the match in just a moment. Can I begin? Go ahead.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Falls Church High School for what will be a match between second placed Virginia Dream and bottom placed Barcroft. Of course, in the perspective of Virginia Dream, this perhaps will look like an uninspiring fixture, but there's so much to play for here when it comes to the Barcroft's perspective. Barcroft still looking for their first win. They're coming from a 6-1 demolition against North Stars the other day. They've struggled to cope with the intensity of the league. They come here to play for pride, to play for integrity as well. Virginia Dream scored 8 in their last game in the UPSL. They beat North Stars the other day as well, by 5 goals to 2. The squad is ever so reliable, ever so energized to play, and not only to play as well, but to win. Football, as always, can be unpredictable, but Barcroft do come into this game as massive underdogs, whilst Virginia Dream come into the game as the favourites. Of course, a player to watch out for, Diarra Zumana, a player I called the last time a genius. He's scored all types of goal. Will lead the line, as well as Mendes as well. Kofi has been one of the standout performers really for Virginia Dream. Will make sure that he plays his role just right in front of that defense. We're about to get underway. Barcroft or Virginia Dream has to be won tonight.
Right you are, Alfred. I mean, the cliche David versus Goliath comes to mind here when you think about this one. But we have seen already in the Super League some very unpredictable results. I mean, this Barcroft team drew a very impressive SYC side. You know, that SYC side that just blew away league leaders, Estudiantes, 5-1 just a couple nights ago. So you never really know. That's why they play the game, as my father would say.
As his father would say, indeed, we're on the way here at Falls Church High School. It's the boys.
And ball back to Roy Herrera, goalkeeper for Barcroft. He'll have to be very good.
You said before the start of the game that we're going to be calling his name a lot tonight.
Inevitably.
Do you think that's going to happen, though? Was it a joke, or did you think that's actually going to happen a lot tonight?
Well, if Barcroft have any chance of being in this game, it's going to be through the gloves of Roy Herrera, keeping them in the game. I think there's no situation where at Virginia Dream don't test him more than, double digits, more than 10 times. I think they just have that kind of quality. And so we'll see how he is. He is just coming back from an injury. I know he was out for a couple of matches. He got hurt against that SYC team. But, they do have a couple of capable stand-ins. But I think it's different when you see him in goal versus anyone else they have available.
Well, analyzed one there by Noah. Virginia Dream in the front foot already at the start of the game. Throw deep into the half of Barcroft. They're looking to get the game from the start here. Kofi. This is Mordika. Whips it for Diarra Zumana. Oh!
And that was Terrell Williamson.
This Williamson produces the first shots of the game. It's a delightful ball by Mordika. We're going to see a lot of that tonight, aren't we, Noah?
Yeah, right you are. I don't think we see Mordika back there. I think it's Nick Ducheski standing in that center back role alongside Kevin Zhu. I'll have to take another look. But yeah, I believe that is Nick Ducheski.
I beg your pardon. Yeah, you're right. Here is Zhu.
And back to the goalkeeper.
Kofi taking Zhu's position.
Very well played by Marich Saeli. And here is Kofi. He is the conductor, as we've called him a few times. And that one, commentator's curse. Yeah, it really built him up, and then he just sailed one out of bounds.
It happened a couple of times the last time as well, right?
Yeah,
Where Virginia Dream played against North Stars FC.
Yes. But another key to this game for Barcroft will be Jeremy Goshu up top. I mean, if they can soak up pressure all game long and then spring him on maybe one or two chances on the counter, Goshu has been their one player who has capitalized, 3 goals to his name.
He's actually really excited about this match, and he told me earlier that he was going to get a goal when I went down there. So I think if they can actually get him to the game and just feed him the ball in the positions that he can get into, I think that could be a positive for them. But it's about creating the chances. Are they going to get those chances tonight? We're looking to string their first passes in the opposition half, but it was lost so quickly. Mert. Diarra Zumana yet to get a taste of the ball.
Ball goes out to the far side. I'm not certain who the fullback on the far side is. He's a newer player, I believe, for the Dream. He'll be someone to watch out for. We'll have to take a look at the roster and get his number.
Well, that's a lovely ball by Diarra Zumana.
There's Mendez. To Diarra. Sorry, Hernandez.
Oh, lovely turn.
Oh my goodness, behind the back. And just wide.
Well, that was close. The goalkeeper didn't look like he had much idea about it.
No, he didn't, despite the pace of the shot. Well, 0-0. I think the longer this game goes 0-0, I think the more uneasy Virginia Dream get. It's one they know they should win. So, in all honesty, before the goals go in, the pressure is on them. To be honest, Barcroft, not a whole lot to lose. I'm going to liken it to the situation of a penalty kick for the goalkeeper. There's no pressure on the goalkeeper to save it. If he saves it, great. As this one goes forward and Marich off his line to foil Goshu.
Well, he's definitely looking to take his chances tonight. That sort of energy is rather quite a positive for Barcroft.
Ball goes out off the feet of Ducheski, trying to find his fullback. I'm not sure. That might be Gueron, Edison Gueron. I'll have to take a look. I haven't seen his number yet. And there's a foul going the way of Barcroft. Well, even as a neutral observer in this one, you can't help but get a little bit excited anytime Barcroft has a chance, you know, just to shake things up. I mean,
definitely, and they're gonna take their chances as well, because there's a lot of players, Barcroft players, making their way in that box. They're looking to capitalize from every chance. So that was a poorly taken free kick.
yeah. It's Glenford Bruce putting pressure on Panton. He's saying he didn't get a touch. Referee says otherwise.
Virginia Dream not with their usual emphatic starts to the game.
It's good pressure from Goshu. He'll have to work on both sides of the ball tonight. And Mendez sends it back to Ducheski. Another good bit of pressure from Barcroft. Ball goes out to Diarra. Back to Kofi. What can Kofi find? Well, Diarra is in. What can he find? Oh, and we're right on the board. Zumana Diarra with a goal. 1-0 to the Dream.
The boy is a genius, but that was so easy though from Virginia Dream. It was almost as if Barcroft didn't look to play anything from that. It was too easy, really, with the way the pass was made and the finish as well.
They dared him to take the shot, and he said, thank you very much. I mean, you can't do that against the team of Virginia Dream's quality, and especially the Diarra on the ball.
Well, their mistake, their poor error of judgment is a Virginia Dream ecstasy. They won it up already. And I think it's going to be a long, long night here for Barcroft.
Well, this is what we feared, you know. As long as Dreams stay off the board, I said the pressure is on them. Well, they haven't stayed off the board very long, and some of that pressure has gone. Now Barcroft might feel they have to come out, and we'll see how they respond. I'll say that. As Roshan Panton collects the ball on this far side and goes back to Ducheski. Here comes Terrell Williamson. Ball cleared away by the back line.
Only as far as Zoo.
Yep.
Hernandez. Mendes goes down.
And a foul in a dangerous area. Be interesting to see who takes this one.
Diarra Zumana's making his way there.
Yeah. I mean, pick your poison. They got several players who can really hit these.
That's a unique thing about Virginia Dream, isn't it? When you look at the team, at the quality, it's so there. There's a lot of gap between them and a lot of teams in this league, but they've been surprised though. Estudiantes made sure they paid in the first game.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's on paper, you know, you can be the better team and you can still lose. That's the beauty of this sport.
Diarra Zumana just straight at the goalkeeper.
Ooh, a little unnervy there from Herrera, but he does collect under pressure from Hernandez.
Just looking to play it towards the path of Goshu. Diarra Zumana turns. Acres of space for Mendes. Decided to play it back to Kofi. Harris Zoo. Diarra Zumana from the ground has misplaced his pass. Headed away by Zoo. Zumana. There is Jean-Christophe Kofi. But
Ball to Ziggy Agre, who dribbles past the defender with ease.
good passage here for Virginia Dream.
Well, I do not see any Ebenezer Shuego tonight. Good pressure from the Dream. And this is Assad.
They're struggling to clear their lines, Barcroft.
And again, given right back to the Dream.
Williamson's gone down.
Pray he's okay. Seems to have taken a wrong step. Williamson.
Nate with the throw. Oh, great.
Well, Virginia Dream didn't like the call. But in all fairness, I don't think he really backed up underneath of them.
Kofi's not a happy man, though, is he, for that one?
No, certainly not. The referee in a great position to call that one, you know, so.
12 minutes gone here at Falls Church High School. Diarra Zumana's goal, the difference at the moment. There is the goal scorer, Diarra Zumana. Wriggles his way away from two players.
Effortless, is it not? I mean, he just looks like
It
he's
is.
dribbling without a defense. And there is Williamson looking very good. Back to Zumana. Diarra Zumana working it back to Kofi.
Nate got really lucky there because just one touch would have been a penalty.
Yeah.
Look at the space again here. And he goes for it from a long distance. Oh, it's
my
gone in!
goodness. Well, those are the ones you really would like to see saved, but difficult shot nonetheless.
This is indeed going to be a very long night for Barcroft. The amount of space on that side for Virginia Dream, it was a gift. And boy, have they made their opposition pay. It's 2-0 for Virginia Dream. And we still haven't played half an hour in this game.
Well,
This could be a massive drubbing, Noah. It could be.
yeah, with the 2-0 scoreline this early, my mind is starting to wander to the other match going on tonight, and I may at some point have one of us check in on the score of that Alexandria United Elite FC contest. That one, on paper at least, should be a more balanced affair. But this one, material nonetheless, because goals differential could be a deciding factor. That is the first tiebreaker of the Virginia Super League. So Virginia Dream have no reason to take their foot off the pedal, and we may see them put on a clinic tonight. I mean, a lot of skill on display as Hernandez saves it and earns the corner kick.
Massive industry from Hernandez there to just make his way to that ball. It was perhaps overcooked. Corner taken short. Mendes. Mendes will fancy his chances. Mendes hits the side netting. He wants his goal. They all want their goal in this game. Haven't seen Sfaha in. I'm sure if he's on the bench, he would be looking at that and saying, and thinking about what he's missing in there, because there's a lot of chances popping up for Virginia Dream in these early minutes.
It's interesting you mentioned Asfaha, and the storyline here is Jakob Asfaha, the transfer from Barcroft just a few years ago. He played many, many years with this Barcroft time. I wonder if he isn't sitting out of respect in some way for his former club. He's still friends with a lot of these players. I mean, I think if the Dream needed him and felt that they wanted to play him, they would play him, but I don't know if that has any factor to do?
Well, this was never a game about who was going to win. It's more about how the scoreline is going to be like. It was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So you're probably right in some sort of a way. I don't think his services will be required tonight, but we'll always fancy his chances, I'm sure, if he's on the pitch.
Certainly. Well, I mean, based on how the game has gone, we're speaking of it as if it's a forlorn conclusion. I'm going to continue to show optimism and remind us it is a 2-0 scoreline. I mean, theoretically, you know, this Barcroft side could turn it around.
They could, but will they?
But will they?
That's the question.
That is a different matter entirely.
To be or not to be. Here is Kofi. Zoo. They're actually playing with a three-man defense.
Yeah, that's the signature of Virginia Dream. They like to really utilize those wingers all the way up and down, and they're confident in their 3-back line.
Well, this is where it actually gets interesting. The amount of work that Kofi puts on, because whenever Zoo steps out of position, Kofi has to go back and cover for him. That's there's a lot of industry with Kofi's play. That's why I think he's like one of the key players in the team, and services will always be required.
Yeah, this is a formation that is not, you know, for your average Sunday league team. This requires a lot of training and players who have a lot of knowledge of the game. And this team does train together on a regular basis. So
it does. Delicious ball, but the flag goes up for offside. Yeah, as soon as someone stepped out of that position, Kofi just went in for a moment there at left back position as well. Argray was through the middle, and Kofi had to cover for him. It doesn't only require the knowledge, Noah, it requires a lot of stamina and pace as well to cover in those positions.
Certainly. You know, we'll try to inform you of everything going on in this match, position-wise, taking it all in, since it may be one where we're not so locked in on, you know, every moment of action as it gets as it gets out of hand. Just enjoy what we're seeing here tonight from Dream, because they haven't just been, you know, somewhat dominant in this Virginia Super League. In the UPSL, they're undefeated, and actually the only, you know, defeat in any competition was a narrow 2-1 defeat to Estudiantes in their first match together of the season. But since then, they've been
actually
perfect.
They've had 2 games where they've scored 8 goals in the UPSL as well. So is that a sign that perhaps the VSSL is slightly stronger, more of a stronger competition?
You know, your words, not mine. I'm not going to disagree with you, my friend. I think you'll find as good competition here as you will anywhere.
I think so too.
I think what UPSL brings is consistency in, you know, a team approach. Teams, you know, in the UPSL bring a certain standard every time in terms of how many show up, how many get there early, etc. But in terms of the quality of players, I don't think they, you know, can compete with what VSSL has between.
I don't think so, because I've watched games. I've watched UPSL games and I've watched VSSL games. The competition is. I was speaking to Joe Turner on the other day, and he was talking about how heavy this league is, to be honest.
Well, the hope for Virginia Dream in the UPSL, I think they think on a bigger scale. They're not looking at their competition as this DMV South Conference. Their competition is nationally. They'll hope to win the DMV South and go forward to that National Cup competition, which has not only prestige, a lot of competition, great players, but also prize money and, you know, a chance at kind of earning something bigger for your club on the U.S. soccer ladder.
And they actually do have the capacity to do so.
Right.
Here is Tiara Zumana. Williamson.
Oh.
It's open. And Hernandez just miscalculated his shot.
Well, good goalkeeping back there from Roy Herrera to time that one, come off his line and narrow down, as he's not in any hurry to get this match underway.
Well, definitely, I wouldn't be in a hurry as well. But if they can go into the break with the 2-0 scoreline at Barcroft, I don't think that's the worst that can happen.
No, I think they'd be completely satisfied with that.
I think so too, and I think the scoreline would flatter them somehow.
Yeah, I think the only player who maybe would not be content with the 2-0 scoreline would be Jeremy Goshu. I mean, his confidence, despite, you know, the odds against them, is, you know, insurmountable, and you got to respect it. He wants goals. He does feel he belongs, you know, amongst the very best. So we'll see what happens when he gets the ball.
Yeah, I mean, he has to stay patient. He has to make sure to lurk at the back, because Virginia Dream do have this way where they switch off at a certain time in the game, and if he gets his chances at that time, he can't capitalize. Oh, it's a good block there.
There's Panton.
Zumana. Still him. Oh, they're allowing him to go in.
The way the pace sometimes just slows down, it makes me think that the play is gone, the ball is out of bounds or something, but really that's just, you know, the pace that Barcroft are electing to play with at times, and that's Assad Ayatollah taking down the man and receiving. Oh, that's not a yellow, it's just a hand.
Let's look at what Kofi was doing again. He had the ball, shielded every man that met him. It does look like when he has the ball in that particular, it's sort of unfair for the competition, especially, I mean, no disrespect to Barcroft, but whenever Kofi has had the ball, oh, beautiful ball! Goodness gracious!
From Herrera.
What a goal that would have been. Barcroft somehow have survived a third goal.
Do you have number 10, the name? I don't. For Barcroft.
No, he didn't give it to me.
Mm-hmm. That's all good. Yeah, I can't remember. You know, familiar looking face, but that was a good save by Herrera at point blank. Not a lot of pace, but they tried to kind of finesse it around him. And that's a cheap giveaway in the midfield.
They have to find a way to string passes. That's the first step into getting into the game. They can't just whip the ball away every single time they have it, Barcroft. Just have to find a way to make the passes connect with their teammates. Every time they've tried to do it, they've given the ball away, and it's really poor.
Here is Ebenezer Shuago. He is in the game. I don't know how I missed him.
I think it just came in. I didn't see him either.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't.
You have to laugh. I mean, it's most everyone in this league has uniform kits, you know, the socks, the shorts, and Ebenezer Shuago just continually brings in these bright blue shorts that don't match the kit at all. It's kind of his signature.
Because I actually checked as well, like 2 times, looked around the pitch.
Yeah. Okay, so it's not just me. He did come in.
Yeah.
Can I see that phone? There's Kofi. Panton out to Mendez. Mendez serving a great ball. Dealt with. Kofi so unselfish.
Zumana sits the goalkeeper down, but he's offside.
And Barcroft
quickly
out.
Have to find a way to keep the ball. Giving it away again. Diarra Zumana. Mendez. Across the face of goal. It's whipped away. It's falling for Kofi.
Well defended. Ducheski back in.
They're doing well to hold their line. I really thought Barcroft would come into the game and defend. But they're trying to take their chances with going in. It's not working because the passes aren't connecting. I almost feel sorry for Goshu because he's been up there getting no service at all.
Yeah, he might have to drop a little bit deeper
Probably. I think that's
and receive the ball because, well, you know, it's a tough decision. I mean, do you wait patiently as you were kind of describing earlier and wait for the defense to go to sleep, or do you find yourself, you know, checking in, going for the ball? I mean,
yeah. I think that's what needs to happen. But now that Ebenezer is in, yeah, they can connect together and actually try to create something. But he definitely has to drop deep if he wants to get a lot of the ball. If he wants to do something by himself. But for now, it's really looking bleak for them.
there is Goshu. As we said, he was working back there, and receiving from Ebenezer. Well, it almost worked out the way we were theorizing and hypothesizing, but doesn't quite work out.
I'm pretty sure at some point it's going to happen for him. That chance is going to find him somehow.
And the player who's been active on that far side in the midfield, I guess it's not a fullback role because they have that three-back system. It kind of, but it's Edison Giron, the number 19. I couldn't figure out who it was. He's a new addition to the team, and it was really bothering me that I couldn't figure it out. But that's who it is. Edison Giron, transfer from Tyson City FC.
Okay. There's Zoo.
Ziggy Agri. Always back to Kofi.
Kofi just closes down in that centre-back position. But it's all the strategy and the formation that Virginia Dream are using in this game. It's so risky. It's especially if you have to play that against a team that's like really good. You will be made to pay if you make mistakes.
We have seen them against formidable opponents use the strategy. You know, Alexandria Reds comes to mind. They're a strong team. You know, they used it in their NPSL campaign against, you know, all formidable opponents. I will say they did seem to concede goals on a regular basis, but they also scored so many goals.
They do.
Because of how many numbers it allows them to get forward and just the quality they had.
Yeah. Well, that's why their play is based on possession, to keep the ball, make sure not to lose it, especially in certain areas. Because when you meet a team like Elite FC the other day, conceded 3 against them, and all of those goals came in the second half, just as the defense switched off.
Here's Rashawn Penton.
But they are the team to beat. Make no mistake about that. Throw taken quickly.
Well defended.
Williamson is robbed of the ball.
Well, I'd like to see the possession stats at the end of this one, or at the end of this half. It's not a favorable one for Barcroft.
I think I'd say, oh, nice one again. No one there.
Wow. Almost too much time. Well, looked like a high boot, but then he pulled out of it.
I don't know. I would say maybe 79-21.
Yeah. I was going to say 80-20.
Okay.
But very precise with it. I like it. Well, we forgot to do score predictions for this one, but because you and I both have not seen anything from the Alexandria United versus Elite FC game, give me your score prediction in that one. Who do you like and what's the score?
I think Elite FC would probably edge out by 4-2.
Yeah.
Will edge Alexandria FC by 4-2. Is Herrera playing today? Because he wasn't available in the last game, was he?
He wasn't, and it made a huge difference. I guess we don't get to know that information. Maybe we'll allow ourselves a second prediction once we check in on that game, maybe at the halftime.
Okay.
Yeah, and but for now we have to go blind with our prediction, and you don't get to know if Herrera's playing or not. Well, I was gonna say I like, you know, Elite FC have had a lot of very close results as this shot comes in, that they've just lost by 1 goal at the end of the game, the last 3 against tough opponents. And I really do like success from them. But just because you chose Elite FC, I'll be contrarian. I'll say, I'll say 3-2 in favor of Alexandria United. The same scoreline as the last time they squared off.
Yeah, I also do actually like the way Alexandria FC play. Huge fan.
Yeah, the thing about Alexandria, which has plagued them, is they have massively different results where they'll, you know, they were the only team to tie Virginia Dream. They also had a huge win over SYC last season, you know, but then they'll go, and I think it was either Blazers or Barcroft that they tied or something last season. You know, it's no consistency.
He's run the goalkeeper and he
Terrell
scores!
Williamson, what a goal. Caught me talking about something else.
Well, the pace applied there is one to die for. Barcroft somehow in this first half have shipped in 3 goals. Tonight is Virginia Dream's night in paradise.
Certainly.
And they'll make the most of it. Just look at Mendes. They've scored 3 and he still wants more.
Oh yeah.
It's the mentality in the players. The mentality is what's hard to beat. Forget about the talent and the skills.
Well, to be fair, you know, it may sound a little cruel with them continuing to run up the score, but SYC could score 10, you know, or Estudiantes or anyone else that they're going to be competing with for the season title and playoff positions. So, you know, you can't let up and assume that your opponents won't score more, you know, against Barcroft.
You're right, actually. Ebenezer, it's a lovely feat.
Lovely bit of skill.
Look at the amount of space here. First chance at goal. They've been forced back. Kofi's there to collect. Mendes. Kofi turns. Oh, it's taken. Diarra Zumana, he's through here, 1-on-1.
Oh, man.
And the touch is really, really heavy as the ball goes away from him. I think he's changed his number in the last minute.
There is Shuego.
I don't know if it's Elma. Oh, wait, let me, it's number 21. Do they have 21? Oh, wait, Elma.
Oh, yeah.
No. Oh, okay.
That's not Elmer. I don't think that's Elmer.
Gio? Who's number 2? Oh, number 2 is Gio.
Well, there is Hernandez serving it out to Panton. Panton, the long ball. They're just going to try to find.
They've been doing that the whole game.
Diarra over to Williamson.
Williamson just
wins a corner. Well, during the stoppage, let's take a look in on that Alexandria Elite FC game. Well, 0-0.
Definitely a tight game, as you said.
There's the man in.
Oh, dear.
What's that?
Is that their second jersey?
Yeah, it's their second kit.
Really looks nice.
Yeah.
Back to the game here.
Yep. I think no one's really, I mean, Virginia Dream want to score and Barcroft want to get back into this, but no one's really pushing it, running after the balls they are going out right now.
Yeah.
It's kind of like settled into a pace. Lucas Mendez serving it to the top of the 18 and deflected back into the grateful hands of Roy Herrera. Tries to find Ebenezer.
The ball retention from Virginia Dream is really good. As soon as they lose the ball, they hound the other team to get it back. It's So it's almost as if they have like a time frame. They must get the ball back. It's beautiful to watch, really. Just watch how they position themselves when someone has the ball. This person goes in this position, the other person comes back to cover for him. You know, there's a lot of thinking into the way they play.
Absolutely.
Credits to their managers, the coaches. Zumana, Albert, once again unable to connect with his teammate. Harry Hernandez. Gion with the interception.
Well, you hope Barcroft will at least force Virginia Dream into being a little bit more creative. Virginia Dream have themselves been a little flat and dull in their last few possessions, you know.
Well, there's actually still hope here for Barcroft. When you
Yeah.
think about the game Virginia Dream had against Elite FC, it was 2-0 in the first half.
It was.
And somehow in the second half, Virginia Dream came in and probably went to bed or something. And then all of a sudden it was 3-3.
Well, we've seen this with Barcroft before. They're a team, you know, that is sleeping in terms of their capability. They have players. They're in this league for a reason, you know, that they're. And if you give them a goal, say on a mistake or falling asleep or something, their confidence is woken up. And
It would actually, yeah.
you have a much different team. Whereas when they sit down and they continually get scored on, they turn on themselves and, you know, the worst comes out. But that is a good ball through to
Zumana, he won't miss. He won't miss that.
And wow, that was a perfectly timed pass. I didn't see who played the pass through for Zumana. We'll take a look at the replay in just a moment, ladies and gentlemen. Diogo Benita.
Well, be careful, Joseph Turner, because Diarra Zumana is coming for your goals. Whoa, he has 5 or 6 now.
It's now Sutton who is the goal leader. I accidentally mistook. I mean, I posted the wrong. I posted a goal for.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Diarra Zumana is on a hat-trick now. It's 4 in this first half. As I expected, Noah had a glimmer of hope for Barcroft.
I did. Well, you have to. You know, you tell yourself this, no matter what your brain really believes. You know, it was Panton who served that beautifully timed through ball for Zumana.
What a pass. The pass is for the goals.
Exquisite.
Oh, goodness me, Mendes. You have no right to do that. And he has no right to score as well. He wins the corner. Mendes has so much energy when he plays.
He does. I mean, he's so electric, so fast. You know, his feet, when he has the ball, even in just a little bit of space, he can create and is dangerous. And he draws a lot of fouls because you don't know what to do. You know, you physically, most defenders cannot move at that pace. You have to just get in the way of him. Get her on. Looking for the give and go. And Barcroft will try to navigate their way.
Just look at that. One Barcroft player has the ball. There's like 5 Virginia Dream players all around him. He's got nowhere to go. Zumana.
Acres of space and one man to take on.
Hernandez, Diarra Zumana. That's a good layoff. Williamson with the effort.
Well, 4-0. For some reason, it feels like it's 5-0, but another good chance. Take a look at that replay.
A good chance as well. Really unselfish from Zumana. But has been more of a spectator in this game. I don't remember him touching the ball.
Well, he's received some back passes, but other than that, No saves to be made. Here's Terrell Williamson.
Might as well join us here
Yeah,
for the second half.
could be interesting. No goalkeeper. Can they still win? I think, well, I don't want to be too harsh here. I'll keep my thoughts to myself.
He must be really bored back there. He's trying to control the game from the back. Trying to tell his players what to do. The Arizumana. Oh! Was he offside? Yes, he was. That was so well worked. And I think he was just millimeters away. Creativity level is up there tonight for Virginia Dream. You know their nickname.
For the Virginia Dream?
Yeah.
I think it's just the Dream. Yeah. That's a good flick on.
It's a good flick on. Koshu. Or is there? Look at that again.
Stifling.
Neatly done.
Here's Kofi.
And once again, what's Kofi doing in that position?
He's got...
Tiara Zumana for a hat-trick.
That's a good save.
Herrera denies him.
And here's Ebenezer Shuego. Puts up his arms. He's like, where do I go with this? It's clever. Almost. And here's Mendez. What can he find? Well, no space, and Mendez almost finds a way.
He does. I mean, he's got that ability, doesn't he? Find space where there is none.
This is Giron, Edison Giron.
Oh.
He'll have some fun. Try to square this one.
At this point, they're literally toying with them. That's a penalty.
Yep.
Oh, Diarra Zumana is on a hat trick. Interesting. I think who's going to take this one? I think Mendes wants it. Mendes will take it. He wants to join the party against Herrera here, who hasn't been bad at all. And it's so easy. Goalkeeper.
Rooted to the spot.
And then Mendes sends it on the left. And it's 5 for Virginia Dream at the first half. They're running riot here. This could be really bad at the end of the game. So far, the highest has been scored in one game has been 8 by one team, right?
So far, yes.
Could surpass that tonight.
We could. Well, at this point, you know, you got to just hope the resolve of the Barcroft team holds up. They still have another half to play. I don't imagine we'll see a lot of stoppage time at the end of this half. I mean,
there's one thing also I've observed about Barcroft. There's no one in there actually talking, say, do this or do that. Leadership quality.
Yeah.
It's lacking.
Well, these things all feed off each other. I mean, we saw this Virginia Dream side here, you know, possibly an easier opponent. They were here an hour and 15 minutes, all getting warm, getting ready. It's a mentality thing. The Barcroft team wasn't here and dressed until 10 minutes before the match. And I think these things all feed off one another, you know, the communication on the field, the effort. So.
You're right, Noah. You're absolutely right.
Here's Penton. And Barcroft with another chance to find their way out.
Just look at that again. Ebenezer touches the ball and there's like 4 players around him. He has no option but just touch it back.
Right you are. I mean, they haven't found a way out yet, and certainly not easy. But they absolutely have to if they want to have any breath of life in this game. Here comes the Dream. Oh. Narrowly wide by Giron.
He's so unlucky because I think he does everything right. Perhaps the wind plays an influential part for Barcroft there, but that was so close.
sorry, that was Panton, I believe, not Giron with the shot narrowly over the crossbar. And here comes a ball flicked on, but going right back towards that Barcroft goal. And here we are at the end of the half, ladies and gentlemen. It's been it's been an exciting one if you're a Virginia Dream fan, a little bit rough if you're a Barcroft fan, but you know, we're glad to see them out here, you know, putting their best effort, you know.
It is time to regroup now.
Yeah.
Discuss what they must do for the second half. I think it's going to be more about, you know, keeping the scoreline respectable for them, because this is definitely out of their hands now. Can't do anything about it really. Perhaps can try to like get 1 or 2 back in the second half.
Yeah, it's a self-pride kind of a thing. And on the Virginia Dream side, they'll want to use this as a tune-up and, you know, any way to separate themselves in goal differential. So I think they'll continue to be excellent in the second half. But don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. You know, we'd love to have you back with us in just a few minutes. We'll be back online live here from Falls Church. Also, you know, we have another match live on the DMV Sports Media channel. Check out Alexandria United versus Elite FC. That match running concurrently. We'll be right back in just a few minutes.
They haven't had a attempt on goal. They haven't had a shot off target, anything at all. They need to create something. It's a now or never thing for them.
Well, my apologies. I just realized for some reason the audio wasn't on, so we will welcome our viewers again. That's my bad. Yeah. Welcome back. I erroneously had the audio off, and our whole spiel was not picked up. But welcome back, and here comes Virginia Dream. Glenford Bruce for Barcroft. There's
Much
Ebenezer.
better that.
Yeah, you like. Can they get it across the midfield line? Yes! That's half the battle for Barcroft. Here's a solid ball in. Asking questions. And there's going to be a foul on Jeremy Goshu. He disagrees. But the referee in a great position to call that one. And here come Virginia Dream. Hey, that's a positive start for Barcroft. I think that's more than we saw just about the whole first half.
You're right. And to make things interesting, this is exactly how Elliott FC started when they played against when they played against Virginia Dream as well in the second half. So
Yes.
fingers crossed here, people.
I think if Barcroft can notch an early goal in this second half, maybe they just make Dream feel just the slightest bit of nerves and they give themselves all the confidence. I don't know. Eternally hopeful I am in this world of sports.
Well, from what I've seen from Virginia, you don't want to anger them.
No.
If they feel threatened, they'll come at you and they'll come with full force.
Well, we talked about Jakob Isfaha. He's in the game now. The former Barcroft player, playing against his old mates. He's going to look to add to his goal tally. Eric Jennings, another second half addition. What do you think we'll see from Isfaha and Jennings?
Jennings always has something positive about him, his runs as well, and his defensive abilities. Isfaha will look to feed off from the chances. I'm sure if Isfaha was inside in the first half, the scoreline could have been a lot worse for Barcroft. So they've got to prevent those long balls. That's what I'm talking about right there.
Well, certainly Barcroft, if they have any advantage going their way, they do know Isfaha and all of his attributes. So theoretically, they know how to stop him.
They do know how to stop him. But the thing with this side is, you stop Isfaha. There's Mendes. There's Zumana. Although is he out now? But then there's Hernandez, there's Mendes, there's Kofi. And then, is that Emerson? Is that
Emson?
Emson is in again.
Yeah.
So you focus on one person. There's a lot of quality from the others as well.
Bit of a letdown from Isfaha.
Overly ambitious there.
Well, we tuned in briefly for that Elite FC Alexandria United match. We saw a penalty kick converted late by Danish Dakardi Nelson, late in half, giving Alexandria the 1-0 lead. That's an important one for them as Alexandria, looks to keep their playoff hopes in safety.
The ball's got to be better than that. Well, they're showing them how it's done now.
There's Emson.
Emson from a distance!
Let's take a look at that replay. Solid chance on target from Liam Emson, just wide.
It's a proper striker, isn't he? Runs well, runs to space, sees a chance to go, takes it immediately. Doesn't go in, but they might just get lucky next time. Well, as far as body language suggests that what you said perhaps earlier on might be true about respecting his old team.
Yeah, but he wants goals, but he also, I think, in this situation, feels some pity for his old mates, you know, he and himself and another player, Ben-Hur Gebretsnia, they really just ran this Barcroft team. Ben-Hur himself having moved on to Steel Pulse, another club up in Maryland. You know, they were the keys to this team, and that Barcroft team back in the day was a very formidable team because of their pairing, and you know the team around them supported them. I think the team.
What happened?
Well, the two of them left to go find, you know, kind of more greater opportunities, if you will. I mean, this has always been, you know, a pickup group of, you know, very good players, but no real aspirations. And Isfaha, you know, had higher aspirations for his playing career. No ill will, though. Still friendly and friends with many of the players on this team as the ball goes to Panton.
Did they feel betrayed?
I think most of them understood his decision, and you know, playing in a team like Dream provides a little something that, you know, Barcroft just couldn't provide.
Hernandez, lovely pass. Oh, my word! And how have they not scored?
Wow,
It's so easy.
they're just queuing up the highlights, highlight moments, but that one didn't fall.
The way they play, it's ecstasy, almost of orgasmic proportions. The way they just try to create these chances. It's beautiful to watch for a neutral. Must be the most horrible sight in the world for the Barcroft fans and players right now. Mertz out of his box. So confident that the ball is not going to get there anyway.
Confident in his teammates.
Yeah.
Rightfully so. Just so calm.
Oh, that's a lovely pass.
There it is.
Goshu's through. And Mertz. Goshu.
Oh, heroically cleared off the line. Wow, that was the chance.
Well, we were talking about the chance, didn't we? And it popped up for him. I think that was all down to the goalkeeper. The way he stepped up, the timing of it was perfect.
Well, yes, the goalkeeper Mert did very well, but
did.
excellently cleared off the line, too, by the defender. I mean, that was a goal were it not for his defender. Let's take another look on the replay. It was Agri who was the one who stepped in, cleared it off the line, I believe.
Thinking perhaps if Goshu went down, would have been a penalty. I don't know.
Well, I think because Mert got a piece of the
He
ball.
did, yeah,
before
so,
contact,
yeah,
I don't think that they're going to call
And
that.
I don't think Goshu was going to risk it as well, because he was like...
He had a very good opportunity.
He did, he did. Perhaps he could have taken another touch, maybe in a hurry.
Positive nonetheless.
It is. What a pass as well. It's the first time in this game that we've seen them, you know, break the lines of Virginia Dream. And it's actually their first shots as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think that's definitely the first shot on target.
Well, we were talking about how bored Mert was in the first half.
Yep, he had to be alert there. And ball from his hands.
Well, that's how a goalkeeper is judged, especially in a game like this, right? You don't get to see any of the ball in most of the time, but like when it really matters, are you going to step up? And that's what he did there.
Here's a ball forward.
Gion. Well, he's giving away the ball. Emson. He's turned his back. And it's a goal. It's the newly introduced player Jennings.
Eric Jennings, elation. He doesn't score a ton of goals for his defensive role.
And you can see how happy the bench is for him. Pretty sure that doesn't happen often.
No, we'll relive this moment with him on the replay.
Probably his first goal of the season as well.
Opportunistic strike. He will take that one.
Is he a right back?
Yes.
I'm so envious of him right now. I've never scored a goal before. I've scored a penalty.
Yeah.
I've never scored from open play.
Yeah, he's right back, but I mean, within the three-back system, it's more of a winger.
Yeah,
kind
you're
of.
right. So he doesn't have anything on me then, does he?
Or a wing back, if you will. Expected to help out defensively, but a lot more, free reign to get forward. And they're trying to find Goshu out there. Not a bad ball.
I think the long passes might work for them. If they can't play it, the short ones, maybe they might as well try the long ones. But they need to get the numbers forward though.
And
Hernandez, you just know that's going to be a brilliant pass, but he is offside there.
It's El Manilawi. Just a little bit offsides. Well, Barcroft not under a ton of pressure right now. These are the times that they can't make unforced mistakes. I mean,
okay. I was thinking if Asfar had gone out, but where is he playing? He's playing in a deep position now.
Yeah, I think they have him sort of in the same opposite Jennings on that left side. You don't see him, help out defensively a lot. Glenford Bruce not happy about that.
I just want to be in that place, where I just get to hear the coach talks about the formation and how he strategizes everything. There must be a lot of thinking that goes into this because, like, what's Asfaha doing in that position? But you get to see that it works as well.
Yeah, I think the theory in this Virginia Dream team is, every player has to be, well-rounded enough to take on several positions.
But here's another one.
Well cleared by Barcroft. This is Panton.
Hernandez. It's got two players. Asfaha, Stair.
It's Manilawe.
It's coming from an offside position.
Yeah. I said Panton in the middle. It's actually not Panton anymore. It's Zarco, the substitute. He has another substitute in the middle, number 18, Will Zarco.
I think he was wearing 21 the last game. Did he change his...
Not certain on that. I know he's in 18, and usually these Virginia Dream players don't change number. They have one assigned, and they keep it in all competitions for the season.
Hernandez, by the way, won the Man of the Match award against North Stars. I think he's really one of the most underrated players in this squad.
Yeah.
We don't talk about him often, and I think we should because his work in that middle as well is very vital with the way they play.
I mean, any other team in this area, he plays in every match. He is the player. But in this Virginia Dream side, just so much skill.
There's just so much quality as well.
A lot of players get overlooked. I mean, Jennings, an incredible player, but doesn't even start every match for Virginia Dream, and it's no slight on his abilities. It's just they have so many options to go with. But here is Mert Siley.
We talked about the mentality earlier on. Just look when Emson comes on. I mean, he just like you said, he can start in any team probably around the area, right? But he comes on, he has the positive body language. He works hard.
There he is. You gotta head to it. And now, that is Panton.
Oh my word!
Andy Hernandez. Oh my goodness. Here's Eric Jennings. Oh, just wide.
Emson is so unlucky, but we got to see that again, Noah.
Oh, I unfortunately can't rewind as far back as, but we'll see the shot on. Well, Ladies and gentlemen at home, you can go back and rewind on the live stream, see that beautiful bit of skill from Andy Hernandez.
What time is it? Damn. Wow. That's like being buried alive. Still 5? 5 no. 6. Okay.
That's 6.
Yeah.
Here is Herrera lumping that one forward.
An hour played here.
Manialawe for Panton.
Could be 7 now. Oh.
Oh my goodness.
A chance goes begging once again.
That's a goal kick.
We've only scored 1. Heavily underperformed in the second half from a Dream perspective.
Yep.
Chances have come and gone begging though.
It's a bit of a slower pace in the second half.
Well,
you know.
there's really nothing really for them to, just trying to, just as you said, the goal. So
Off sides and
I think the
no
referee's trying to get them
advantage.
to play it.
Yeah, they're going to
Back.
give him the free kick back in the midfield.
I think the ball was moving when it was played.
There is a direct ball, trying to find Abanez or Shuego.
Those long balls really look promising for Barcroft. They must keep at it.
Well, Virginia Dream continue possession. And Barcroft win the throw. Not sure what he wants me to do about it.
Oh yeah, I actually heard him said no.
Yeah, it's a desperation. I don't know what he wants to happen. But anyways, Barcroft with another throw on the far side. This is Glenford Bruce looking for Ebenezer Shuego, but electing to go with Elmer. Ball straight up. Ping-ponging around a little bit. Manialawe forward. And this one in a dangerous area. Manialawe tackled.
Oh, he's got to move faster. He's got to move faster.
Yeah.
That's too slow.
Well, play on is the call.
Wow, it's getting physical.
Well, there it is for Jeremy Goshu. One misstep and it's won right back by Ziggy Agri. Here's Will Zarco over to Jennings. Jennings backwards to Zoo. And here comes Virginia Dream. Shooting chance. Oh, just deflected. Gonna go out for a corner kick for the Dream.
He's taking on everybody. He was taking on everybody there.
Yeah, making the defense look like they were standing still. And to be honest, some of them might have actually been standing still.
I think so too.
Yeah.
You concede so much, you lose focus. Can't blame him really. He needs something they can actually
Bit of
perhaps get a glimmer of hope. Barcroft, they haven't gotten anything. Oh, the other lights have gone off. Looks beautiful now.
It
Even
does.
better.
It does.
The focus is now on the pitch.
Oh, yeah. Well, how can Barcroft get out here? Throw in their own corner. Just going to lump this one forward. I think that's the right move. Well touched, down, but immediately turned over. Ball goes back to Mert. And forward, Jennings will challenge. And Glenford Bruce going in for a tackle. Well, even when Barcroft are able to win or put a little pressure, it just seems they're disjointed. There isn't a second bit of pressure to help.
Gion, by the way, perhaps as you would say, has stood out really for Barcroft. He's had a lot of good interceptions at the back.
Andy Hernandez playing through the foul. That's
It's
a grid ball from Emson. That's offsides. We are going to see a substitution for the Barcroft FC.
Man in number 23.
Bit of a funny dialogue at the back between Tom Sachecki and Mert Maric about, you know, whether Tom wanted the ball or not, and Mert saying, "I trust you more than." I didn't hear what he trusted more than, but it sounded a little funny.
Oh, yes.
Oh my goodness. How did he miss there?
It just won't go in for them in the second half. It just won't go in, and it's not. I don't want to say it's their fault. It's sort of uninspiring now when you think about it, really.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't. From a perspective of the game, I don't mind that they've hit pause on the scoring for now, as Barcroft catch a little respite to maybe try to get themselves into the game. There's a weird bit of mist gathering here.
Exactly.
I don't know. Thankfully, it's not affecting us on this side so far. There's Jeremy Goshu. Ooh. Ziggy Agri into the path of Ebenezer, but not capitalized. Andy Hernandez. No foul, says the referee, but Hernandez works hard to get that one back.
Oh, that's lovely work.
Oh, man. Just unable to be saved. Barcroft have these bits and pieces of hope.
Of hope of getting back in the game, or a hope of maybe just getting a consolation?
I think for now we just won is the goal. That will be up here, you know, kind of a moral victory. Oh, dangerous ball back to Herrera. Herrera does come and clears his lines. Here's Panton. There's a very interesting defensive posture from Glenford Bruce, but he does win the ball back. I don't know if Panton knew what to make of that. He looked like an animal of some sort. He had his arms almost on the floor, and
somehow he still got it.
Yeah. I think Panton didn't know how to approach that one.
So there's no Kofi, there's no Diarra Zumana, there's no Mendes, and the team looks just as stable. That's how much quality they have.
Good save from Herrera. There's Jennings. Oh, delicious ball played across. No one was there to finish it, but there is going to be a corner kick for the Dream.
Czech is making his way in there. Zoo will also fancy his chances. He's going in the box. Agre has been asked to stay back.
Yeah, they love those short corners.
Shorts.
Oh, delicious bit of skill.
Oh,
and just goes wide.
I think you're right, Noah. I feel like the Barcroft players are actually standing still, like just allowing the player to move as he wants to.
Certainly. Barcroft trying unsuccessfully to find their way out. Such a tough game for them, just to get the ball out of their own half.
I think number 9 for Barcroft is had an off day. Hasn't. I mean, he's gotten chances
Oh,
one-on-one,
man.
and he's.
The player, that's just, you hate to see it. The ball never went out of bounds. He made the decision himself that he thought the ball and didn't even think to check the linesman or wait for the referee.
That's a good call from the referee. Totally deserved yellow card.
Yeah.
It was actually a dangerous challenge. Could have been worse.
And here's a chance for Virginia Dream to restart the goal-scoring fiesta.
I think this is going in. I think I've dreamt of this.
You heard it here first from Mr. Alfred, who has had a premonition. Oh, it's Asfaha. Gonna be standing over it.
Swaha and Jennings. There's only one obvious candidate, of course.
Oh, into the wall from Asfaha.
It was actually going in. Just took a deflection. Just.
There's Ebenezer. Chuego. This is good build-up play. Oh, it's, the first few passes they have are good, but it's all comes undone.
The only positive is, in the second half, they've been able to make those first passes.
Yeah.
Although the second and third ones don't really come off. Oh!
Oh, what a goal.
Wow!
There it is from Asfaha.
That is a top drawer goal. Asfaha has taken everyone by surprise to score a magnificent goal. It's sick. It's 7.
7.
Sorry, I've lost count. There's been too many goals. I don't think I've ever commentated in a game that's 7 goals been scored before. This is a record-breaking commentary match for me as well.
Well, I am a little bit grateful that they've hit pause in the second half on the goals total, because I will be the one editing all these highlights, and it's already amassed quite a highlight reel. And I got to find a way to keep them all within the 90 seconds that Instagram allots me. So, 7's a solid number. We can keep it at 7.
I think it might be 8, 9. As well.
By the end of the game, yeah.
What? There's 19 minutes? 18 minutes to play?
Yeah, I don't see.
Another yellow card.
This one for Glenford Bruce. He disagrees, but did you see the yellow card I missed? I was looking through my camera.
Yeah.
He did, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got a yellow card.
He also drew some amusement from the Virginia Dream bench.
They were absolutely making a meal of his indignity there.
Well, I love, the effort, not how it manifested itself on that play, but Glenford Bruce, he bleeds for the club. He really puts effort every game.
He does. A lot of energy in his game.
Ebenezer.
This is just,
having
he's had
fun.
enough probably. He's enjoying himself now.
He is.
But for a player with this games like this, it destroys you. I mean, in some sort of a way.
There is Goshu.
The confidence.
Jeremy Goshu.
Oh.
Is that?
He's not offside. Oh, easy. Yes, he
Yes.
is.
I just noticed something at the back. This is Roger Rojas Goodbold. He is the manager on the pitch there in the middle, receiving the ball right now. He's been injured for quite some time. A very formidable player himself, but he's been out with a serious injury for quite a long time. So really exciting to see him back on the pitch today.
Oh. That's interesting. Jennings. He's got a goal to his name.
As good a match as any to make your return debut. Kind of low pressure situation, you know what I mean?
Nothing to lose, really.
Yeah.
Asfaha making that run. Has a chance to get a second here.
He waited a little too long there, but he gets another
did.
go.
Can still make something of it. And Emson just has the ball taken away from him at the nick of time. Jennings will get it. Look Look at the amount of space Hernandez has. And now look at the space Jakob has. Still Jakob. Jakob
Oh,
hits the side netting.
Outside the goal.
Could have had a hat-trick by now.
Let's take another look here. Well, we are glad to have you here with us tonight on VSSL Live Thursday night, ladies and gentlemen. I see 30-some viewers still with us, and we seriously appreciate your patronage.
Oh, Gray.
Winning.
Once again. Oh, he's pulled his hamstring.
I think he's just frustrated that he let the ball go out of bounds off his foot. He's all right. But Jeremy Goshu still hungry for his fourth goal of the season.
Well, when I was down there, he said he's going to get a goal tonight.
Still 15 or so to play.
They've had one chance and it's come through him.
There's the ball.
Oh my God, look at that ball.
Emson finds space.
He's taking his time.
Oh my goodness, Jakob is Faha. Oh my goodness, what a save.
Jakob is Faha.
Ball out.
Ebenezer. Oh,
Well,
that would have been cheeky.
Barcroft cannot lose the ball now because Roy Herrera is tying his shoes. Usually you want to do that when there's a stoppage in play, but he has confidence in his teammates. And Glenford Bruce.
It's the press.
Trying to win it
back. They have confidence in his teammates and the press as well. The way they press, it's so reliable. It works every time.
Here comes Virginia Dream with another corner kick.
Ebenezer's had the ball a lot of time, but whenever he's had the ball, he's had to go back because there's no one forward.
Yeah.
And he's playing so far wide from Goshu, they haven't been able to connect. Goshu's been actually quiet the second half. And it's...
Oh, there's a goal for Liam Emson.
8.
Really,
everything has been so easy. This could be 10, ladies and gentlemen. It could be. This is now becoming Noah's problem. I want to fancy my chances of going down there and helping Barcroft.
I think they could use you right now.
They actually can. They could, yeah.
But this is their battle to fight at this point. That ball is not on. It's gone to Folly at this. I mean, just comical. You see, there's not even starting with the ball in the right position. And here comes Barcroft. What can they find?
I did say second half should have been more about, keeping the scoreline respectable for Barcroft, but haven't been able to do it.
Well, they did for a time, but it's kind of opened up.
No, well, I mean, it was always going to be for some time because Virginia Dream had to find their game. So, look at this again. Look at the amount of space for Emson to run into. Asfaha is there as well.
Liam Emson tackled,
Hernandez. Asfaha stayed back.
Ball goes through to Herrera. Well,
in a game like this, you want to feel sorry for the goalkeeper because conceding 8, that's a lot, and it's going to be hard to recover from, confidence-wise.
Oh, Ebenezer almost wriggling his way through.
Well, Ebenezer's not given up yet, has he?
No, he'll still keep pushing. Terrell Williamson putting it through for Jennings. Jennings
just too high for Asfaha and too heavy.
He did rise for it.
Apologizes for the pass, Jennings. Might argue that he's got in his goal, so
There's Ebenezer. Asfaha finding his teammate.
this could be 9 here.
El
And the
Manilawe.
shot is easy for Herrera to pick up.
Yeah, a bit anticlimactic there. The distribution from Herrera has been good in the second half. I've noted that. Hasn't come to anything, but he's been able to find the feet of some of his midfielders.
Yeah, but what's happened after that?
Nothing. Well, as a
So
goalkeeper, that's that's out of your control. You get the ball there, and what they do with it.
No, have you ever conceded 8 goals in one game?
Have I ever? Yes, I have. I've played for some teams that I kind of enjoy stepping in for a troubled team, and Roy Herrera. I've had some of my best matches, believe it or not, in matches where.
Is he offside?
Oh, what a goal!
Oh, it's 9.
Zarco.
Yeah, you were saying, Noah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I've had some of my best matches where in matches, I don't know, maybe like 7 or 8, where I feel I actually played rather well, but it was a team sort of in the situation of Barcroft where you knew there was no chance, and they called me up and said, hey, can you come play for us? I made the saves I could make. Some you just can't.
How did that affect your confidence? Conceding 8 is never easy.
It doesn't bother me one bit, as long as, conceding 8 compared to conceding 1 goal that I know is my fault. The one that I know is my fault in a tough game bothers me a lot much more. You get numb to it. As a goalkeeper, you kind of have to have that mentality. And there is Fuego. Fouled. Hopefully he's all right.
Screaming in pain there, Ebenezer. Sure, they're arguing for a yellow card or maybe even more.
Well, with the score being the way it is, and Shuego going down, you just hope the tensions don't rise.
That was a loud scream, wasn't it? I could tell you really felt it. The services of Kofi and Diarra Zumana have not been needed in the second half. They've scored 4 goals compared to the 5 they scored in the first half. Still 1-0 in favor of Alexandria FC. Hope he's gonna be okay. Beniza. It's getting colder and colder. How do you do it in the winter, Noah?
Oh, I love the cold weather. I'll play all winter long. The Maryland State Cup is coming up in just a few months. We'll play outdoors all winter long.
Yeah, the other time we were in Ireland, you took your shirt off, and it was like nothing for you. I would have frozen.
Yeah. I mean, it's I'm much more comfortable in that than in the summer. I have had to adapt a little bit. My wife likes it hotter. She's from Nicaragua, and so she's used to the hotter climate. But me, I am very comfortable in 50s, 60s.
Okay.
You know. I hope that Ebenezer is okay.
Oh, does the fourth official communicate with you?
Not during the match, but afterwards.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, there have been moments where, yes, they will communicate with me, you know, if there's a question of some sort, or so yeah, I think they will, but it's not a normal ongoing communication back and forth. Yeah, we haven't gotten the VAR set up yet.
Well, so how do you update the yellow cards and the red cards? Is it after the game?
Yeah, the referees now put those in the system.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and early on it was just myself putting goals in, but now the referees have access to our system, and what we're hoping to do is, you know, create kind of a database to track more statistics in Super Soccer League. We're thinking about assists next season. Right now, we just needed to get, you know, kind of the basics met. But you know, that's what we're hoping to do. I hope you'll check out our new website, supersoccerleague.org.
I think I did. I asked Eli earlier today.
Ah,
Yeah,
yeah. Eli had some big saves last night.
he did.
As we're set to get back underway here. This is Jakob Asfaha playing it into the middle. So Checky.
It's a shame. I think he can't continue
Oh, Ebenezer is gone.
his race, his run tonight.
Well, I know he is recently back from surgery and injury, Ebenezer. So I hope he hasn't re-aggravated his injury. It would be really unfortunate.
Is that Sucheki?
It is.
Look at how
Gliding.
tall he is as he drives through.
Oh, phantom sniper's bullet. Oh, took the man down. It's a shame. Sucheki's pass was exquisite.
It was. Got to move forward with it. Better, really good from Barcroft.
Vinny Hernandez.
Robinson. So is that a heavy touch? He recovers well against Goshu, who works well.
Oh, is that Juan Robinson? I've been calling him Will Zarco. Is that Juan Robinson?
Oh yeah, that's him. Zarko is 21.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's Robinson is 18.
My apologies to Juan Robinson. I've been.
That Yarazumana.
I don't think he was waving to me, but I waved back anyways.
But I mean, who was he waving to then?
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe he was waving to us. The ball played through.
There's nobody there.
Roger Rojas, good bowled.
Oh, they wanted him to score so bad.
I know.
Look at the reaction.
Everyone off the bench.
What a priceless goal it will be. Boy, he's still in there.
that's good, Bold, having to work back now. This one going out wide for Goshu. Jeremy Goshu waiting for his teammates to come up and support. Oh, cheap turnover. And that's going to be ball game. Well, rough one in the eyes of Barcroft. I mean, they'll have moments that they'll look back on and, you know, be positive about. But the big story, Virginia Dream going top of the table tonight with a 9-0 convincing victory. They looked as good as any team, you know, in the area. What were your thoughts on the match, Alfred?
Really one-sided first half. Scoreline says everything you need to know about the game. Really flat performance, really, and that's me trying to be, you know, really respectful towards Barcroft.
Sure.
Yeah, but they have to regroup, think about what they need to do moving forward. But really good though from Virginia Dream. Take nothing away from them. Really good performance.
Yeah. Well, thanks for joining us, ladies and gentlemen, on the evening. We really do appreciate your patronage. Join us next week. We have some scintillating matchups in the Virginia Super Soccer League. Have a good night. See you next time.